Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sniper Elite V2. Last
The only
time...
target left was Wolf, but I hadn't a clue where he was hiding. I knew the Ivans had a special operations command.
Last time we did something. This time we're going to do something else. This time we are going to go find out what Taven is. I already know what it is, so...
It was just about the most dangerous place I could possibly go, but I needed answers, and this was the only way to get them.
Okay, so Gewehr 43. Yeah, I'll just go with the Gewehr. Okay, and then this one is close range combat at some points, so I'll go with MP44, and it's pretty much entirely non-stealth based. Also, I just finished finals with my school, and now I have a 3-day weekend, and I'm happy. And I got off of school early because the last 2.5 hours of the day are just for people who need to make up finals. On the downside, my best friend just had to have 4 of her adult teeth pulled because it's in her genetics that she's like much smaller than the average person. She's high school and she's only around 4'9", 4'10", somewhere around there, and apparently she stopped growing. Anyway, so her mouth is too small, so they had to pour 4 of her teeth. They had to pull 4 of her adult teeth out. And they weren't important ones. They weren't molars, canines, or the very front ones, obviously. But, so basically, she has been in pain. And I don't blame her, because the roots of adult teeth are fucking huge. If you don't already know. You know, the roots of baby teeth just barely dig into your gums. I didn't even know there were guys up there. And yeah. I didn't even know there was a tank in this level. Anyway, so if you don't know, the roots in your adult teeth go in really, really far. So they had to numb her entire mouth and tongue and everything. And I cannot imagine how much that must have just fucking sucked. It reminds me of the time where I almost cut my finger off. And so I was in the emergency room, and I had my finger. It was a small cut, but male nurse comes in, and he goes, "Okay, so the cut's small enough that it would be able to heal on its own, but it's on your joint, so we're going to have to sew it shut." And I was like 6 at the time, so I'm just going, oh shit. This is not going to go well, is it? And so he takes out anesthetic, and he gives me 3 shots, all of which hurt a ton. Like, they hurt at least 4 times as much as I was expecting. And each one hurt more than the last. One of which, because it was in the same place as the first one. And so, essentially, 2 hours later, I couldn't feel the entire area of that finger, or the entire area of my hand that finger was connected to. So ow, castration. Sorry, kind of focusing here. There are a lot of guys. Whatever. Anyway, so because I was 6 and I was interested in medical sciences, I was like, I wonder if I can see the muscular tissue inside. So I started, I started I started bending my finger so that the cut would come open, and then to the point where I had to force it. Like, I got right to that point where I would have had to start forcing it open. I realized, if I do this, my finger's going to come off. So I stopped, and for the next, 3 hours, I sat in that emergency room with nothing to do. Later, different guy comes in with, okay, I'm going to quickly pause this to tell the rest of the story. Different guy comes in with spool of thread and a needle. He's like, alright. Well, it wasn't a spool of thread, I don't think. It was just thread and a needle. He's like, alright, your finger should be totally numb now. We should be able to do this, and you shouldn't feel much pain. So, The guy's about to put the needle in. I look away. I'm like, okay. Okay. I feel the tiniest little pinprick, and then nothing, except for I can just barely feel like a metal rod kind of sliding through the surface of my skin. And then I can feel the thread being pulled through, and then it happens a second time, and then, you know, that's it. It was 2 stitches. Again, really small cut. The only reason they needed to stitch it shut was because it was directly on the joint of my finger. I actually still have the scar from the cut. It's just this, it's this strange purplish line that goes farther than one of the lines on the joints of your finger. It goes a lot farther to the side than any of them do, and it's this weird purple color. So, you know, there's that. And, you know, that was the only time I've ever had to have, like, something that can actually be considered surgery. Even though it was, you know, it wasn't like cut me open and fuck with my guts kind of surgery. It was more of just, you know, fix a problem that you can't just fix yourself kind of surgery. You know, fix a problem that a doctor needs to fix kind of surgery. So, other than that, I've basically never hurt myself, except for, hurt myself to the point where I've, like, broken a bone or anything. I accidentally swallowed the metal top to a soda can, and so that it hurt like hell. But, you know, we went to the emergency room. They took the x-ray. They're like, hey, you know, it'll come out in your waist later, you know. I'm just bleh about the whole thing, but, you know, sure enough, I completely forgot about it. And, you know, that's it. So nothing came of that, nothing bad came of that. Other than that, I've never broken a bone, I've never, like, had to wear a cast for any reason. I've had, on one of my baby molars, I had a, my teeth was getting to the point where it was becoming just really black and corroded to the point where they couldn't, like, it would just be way too much of a, it would just be, like, not worth it to fill the cavities, so they just put a silver casing over the tooth, and you can tell it was rotting because not only did the root, like, look this sickly greenish color, but underneath the silver cap, you could see this, like, kind of charred black color on the tooth. So it's, well, anyway, that's
It wasn't much to go on.
So those are the stories I shared to, you know.
Tobin was a nerve agent, powerful and lethal. Breathe it, touch it, even look at it, and your body shut down in all sorts of gruesome ways. Wolf was the architect of the plan, a chemical weapons specialist. He was helping the Russians fill the last of Germany's V-2 rockets with this stuff. Their target, London. Those cunning red bastards would make it look like Germany's final revenge. Killing Wolf would have to wait. Nothing else mattered now. I had to stop that launch.
So yes, Tobin is not a place. It is a gas, a very deadly gas. If you've ever played Call of Duty World at War, they had Tobin gas as one of the special grenades that you could have. Was a little can of Tobin gas. It was the same thing as a smoke grenade, just It had Toppengas. Toppengas. So, now, eliminate the Russian sniper team. I love the sniper v sniper battles because they're always so... they're always so cool. They're just so, like, action-packed, and, you know, you don't know where they are until they shoot you first. Or, you see the glare of their sniper rifles' scope. And then you blow their brain all over the wall. From over 100 meters away. Hello? Well, that worked. Hello, sir. Where are you? There you are. You be dead now. Okay. Mine. Trust me, there are a lot more snipers. There's gonna be one guy up there eventually. Here. Shot him in the eyeball. Alright. Let's keep going. Hello. Hello, sir. I'm sorry, but you're not going to live. Hey, at least my best friend didn't have to have freaking World War II dentistry. I doubt that this is how it was done, but in this game it is. We also do abortions. Yeah, it's still not up there yet, but... You can't see me. You don't have the eyeball to do so. Mwar har 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 har. Ow, testicles. Anybody else? Come on. Oh, I need to kill that last guy up there. Jesus Christ, I actually hit him directly in the forehead. Scoped headshots, 23. Scoped shot accuracy, 87%. Covert kills, 1. Total shot distance, 3,002 meters. My total score is 28,355. Highest scoring shot was 1980. And my longest shot was 188 yards. Fantastico.